There's no more space. We'll be back.
Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
And this is Qiana.
And this program is being brought to you as part of the New Image Project at the Community Development and Training Center, aka See That?
See That.
And we like to thank y'all for tuning in, helping us to redefine what's cool, because smart is
the new
gangster.
Baby.
And if you don't know,
now you know.
Now you know. Okay, let's hit it. Q, give me something on that Zoom line right there.
Okay, let's go.
And you got headphones, so I don't, but let's see. You ready?
I'm ready.
The Tampa Bay Breakfast Club is an independently produced program.
Failed to play the clip.
The Tampa Bay Breakfast Club is an independently produced program. The views, opinions, and statements expressed by hosts, guests, or callers are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views, positions, or policies of Carrot Festa Radio, 99 Jams, its ownership, management, affiliates, sponsors, or partners.
Okay, did y'all hear that? I just want to make
And now
sure.
we can start. Yeah. And now it's official.
Yeah.
We can start. I heard it a little bit over here.
I think I did. So
I'm pretty sure our Facebook audience, put it in the chat. Let us know. Did you hear our updated spiffy views expressed?
don't call the principal.
Don't you dare call the principal. Speaking of calling the principal, Cat Williams and Kevin Hart squashed their beef.
Yes.
Did you see that?
No.
Okay. I saw a very brief clip of the moment when it happened, right? But they've had like this long standing.
Charlie Funk said he would have did it so we wouldn't have to use AI.
Well, Charlie Funk, come on, man, tap in. You know what we need. what we got to do to get on your calendar, Charlie? Because I mean, I know you.
He said he loved it though.
I appreciate it. I mean, we using all the tools and resources that we have at our disposal. And so definitely,
we're just trying to upgrade over here.
Let's make it happen. That's all. We're just trying to put out a quality product as we go on our as we head into our 8th year in June of the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club on 99 Jams.
So Kevin Hart.
I
didn't make it that far.
Okay, Kevin Hart and Cat Williams.
I didn't make it that far.
In what way?
I started it. It wasn't that entertaining to me.
I didn't see the whole thing. I just saw the Facebook clip of the moment when Cat Williams came out and they squashed the beef.
And they say Cat was very funny. So I started out. The host was the host was horrible.
Okay.
I did not.
Who was it?
I can't tell you. Some white man. I can't tell you.
I saw they says it was some white man
it was a lot
calling people the N-word.
He called a wigger.
Okay, what they getting us ready for?
Oh no! But Cheryl Underwood came in and they said,
got all that together,
cleared it and said and I have the clip because Sharonda sent it to me this morning. Cheryl, because me and Sharonda was talking about it, right?
Okay,
and I was like, Usher kicked it off. Usher was funny.
Okay,
so I liked the Usher part. Then everybody else
Put it in the chat, Team Cat or Team Kevin Hart. Let us know who you.
Hey, Damien, comedian Damien Davis. And so this roast is 2.5, almost 3 hours long.
Some people were saying it wasn't that good from what I saw.
That's why I told you I didn't
finish.
I didn't make it. I was like, you know what? I'm finna go to something else.
I got it. This my scroll allocation for the day.
For 3 hours. It
was that long?
It's 2 hours and 51 minutes, 2 hours and 30 some minutes.
Of people roasting Kevin Hart?
They're roasting Kevin and people in the audience.
So just anybody can get it.
Yeah, so Tom Brady
roast, you have somebody up there, they do their thing. And
Tom Brady came out. Okay. There were some other people. This probably like Damien. Okay. I know. If I'm a gambling woman, I think that's probably somebody. Caller, introduce yourself.
You already know.
Call ID. We talking about this Cat Williams, Kevin Hart squashing the beef, man. Did you see it? And what were your takeaways?
Oh no, that was the big that was big for the night. I liked that. It was big, but it was small at the same time due to the size of the two men. But it was big for comedy, man. And I want to just say something about the roast. I know the roast was real. Like a lot of people didn't like the racial jokes and all that. But if anybody knows a roast, it's no holds barred. They were talking about Cheryl Underwood, dead husband, everything. It's no holds barred. And they asked these people and let them know that these are the jokes they're gonna be saying when they get up there. And it's a roast. They gotta approve it. It's like it's no holds barred. Is it gonna be off the chain and raunchy? That's what it's supposed to be. That's the whole thing about a roast. So when you go up to the roast, you gotta have that open mind. If you watching the roast, you gotta have that open mind. You know what I'm saying? And I can't go against it because I know what's come with a roast. There's no holds barred. They don't care. They're gonna talk about your mama. They're gonna talk about whoever. So
yeah, they do.
Understood.
It ain't gonna write it. So if you know anything about the roast, it's gonna be something you ain't gonna want to hear. So if you ain't gonna want to hear it, you don't need to watch it.
Yeah,
right on. Appreciate that. Thank you for calling, comedian Damian Davis.
Yeah, no holds barred. All right, y'all do it, y'all too. I love y'all, man.
Love you back.
Okay, so that wasn't the problem because I'm one of them people. I personally think comedy should hit those things. I'm like the things that make you cringe and you be like, you wouldn't have said that. whatever.
Yeah.
I just didn't find it that funny.
That was it. Yeah. I hear that.
Because I have like a dark sense of humor.
I appreciate you saying about the roast, no holds bar. Because I mean, we used to crack, on each other. I guess that's what you would call a roast now, but we just call it cracking. You know what I mean? And and it was no holds barred. And if you could hold your own, you can hold your own. And if you can't, you gonna crack, go home, or somebody want to fight.
Yeah, because he said like somebody said, I think it was Tom Brady might have said, "Hey, call, is this name you again? Go ahead, say what you got to say." Oh, hey, Zay.
I got my own room.
You got your own room.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, we had to call you back and tell you that Q, my bad.
That's okay.
I love it. Just in case, what is that? If you don't know, now you know.
I got my own room. Look, he talking about hey Q.
Y'all talking about that other stuff.
But like he was saying, like one of the comedians say, me and you got in common, we love our jobs more than we love our wives. Oh. Right? Because they always right. Okay, and they do it, and then you talking about unfit dads. Like he said, like, hey, like your dad just didn't show up because of whatever, but you ain't show up because you wanted to do Jumanji. Like, so it was some funny.
Like they had some moments, but just overall,
it wasn't. Yeah, and they got on Chelsea Handler by being wild.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Listen, I'm rich.
Yeah,
I got money.
Yeah,
I'm hot. What you think I'm doing?"
Okay, talk your talk.
So there was some funny parts in that. So you know what I mean.
And I think the bigger piece for me was about the squashing of the beef.
Yeah.
Because of the whole Shannon Sharp interview.
Yeah,
how Cat just kind of was. Now he's saying, "I told you so" for what he said in the beginning of 2025.
Yeah.
And so just after the years of tension, the public back and forth, all of the stuff that they've been dealing with, to see two brothers,
come in and squash the
like,
beat.
You know what, man?
But people
dap it up, shake hands, and be like, "Yo, we finna move forward."
Mm.
And now there's opportunities, possibly, if they, have alignment.
I think they do.
You know what I mean? But it's like, okay, now we can actually, let's go ahead and do something together. Let's really get some money together. Let's make some laughs. Let's put some smiles on people's faces together.
Yeah.
Like there's opportunity when you squash that beef and you can come together where the opportunities align. And so shout out to them for that part of it. Whether the roast was funny or not, I think the biggest highlight for me, seeing, knowing the kind of that history of back and forth and all of that stuff. It's good to see the brothers settle up.
And Cheryl Underwood said, like, this was a good space. Like, she glad that people from different backgrounds, this is a freedom of speech.
Yeah.
Regardless if you like it or not. Basically, she was saying, like, we should be able to get up there and tell our jokes and do that. And Cat Williams, I think he said that, like, he was a plant. I said he was a plant, but you keep on sprouting up. Stuff like that. So yeah, I do want to go back and watch it, finish it. But I did start it. I mean, it's number 1 on Netflix. So regardless, it did
Netflix. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it did what it needed to do.
I'm just thinking, I got 3 hours.
No, break it down.
Yeah.
Eat it in 30-minute segments.
Get on the treadmill and watch it while I'm walking or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm really trying to be intentional with the way I use my time these days. But definitely, again, shout out to them. Shout out to Kat, Kevin Hart, and all of the people who's in that space, man, where you looking like, you know what, let's settle up, squash it up, and move on.
It rained yesterday. We needed that.
It did rain. It just reminded me of my yesterday rain story.
Yeah.
Right? So yesterday the Community Voices town hall meeting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to all the organizers, community members, residents, neighborhood association leaders, candidates, everybody who came out, thought it not robbery to navigate the rain and show up on a Tuesday night to really talk about community issues. But on my way, I heard my wife say something about the windshield wipers. But I was like, I'm like, all right, I'm gone. And she said something, windshield wipers. Right? We're like, okay. So I get in the truck, windshield wipers going, and then I see like one of the wipers start to separate. And I'm like, oh, maybe this is what she was talking about.
Listening skills.
But I'm already running late.
So you trying to get there.
I'm finna push it through. And then that one little piece of wiper that was still hanging on.
Said, shoot.
I'm gone. I'm out of here. Like, that's it. I'm out of here. And now I got no windshield wipers. It's pouring down rain.
Because it started pouring down.
Yes.
Like it looked like it was wanting to rain all day, but it really
I survived. Right.
Yeah.
But so if y'all was wondering why I was late last night, because I had to turn around, slow drag it in the rain,
switch cars,
all
ain't God good? Did
stuff
you?
Out. Yeah.
Did you got another car that you can switch to?
Yeah, that is a blessing. That absolutely is a blessing. I was gonna take the truck this morning, and I was like, I still don't have a windshield wiper.
Leave the truck where it's at till you get some.
Yeah, but it is a blessing to have that option. James, what's good, man? Ain't seen you in a while, brother. Thank you for tapping in, man. And commenting, because there's a lot of people be tapping in and don't even say good morning.
That's fine.
And if you know anything about how we was raised around here,
when you walk in somebody's house, you should speak.
Yeah, so come on, y'all. If you hear, tap in.
Listen, if you walk in somebody's house,
hold on. Sounds like we got a what's on your mind Wednesday moment that just happened here.
Okay.
So that was it. So yeah. So yesterday it rained, gas plant happened, and what's on your mind?
No, so when you walk in, because I've always if you walk in a room, you're responsible. I think you're the one that's responsible to speak, because you're opening the space.
Yes. Agreed. That's debatable. That's something that.
I don't know.
Or you saying it like everybody don't know?
No, because everybody don't do that. Okay. Or is it whoever gives the first eye contact? I don't when I walk in the room, I say hello. I do a blanket hello. Because if there's people in there that I don't want to individually speak to. Yeah. If I say hello everyone, this cover everybody, and you can't say I didn't speak to you.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I do the blanket hello, what up though? That was one of the things that I learned when I was a council member is how bad I am at working rooms. I can't work a room. Yeah. Because, you walk in, you the council member, everybody want to see you, everybody want to talk to you, so it's you got to be able to have, all right, how you doing, Q? All right, and kind of work the room. I walk in the room, I'm like, hey, everybody, they say the council member here. And when it's time to work the room, me and you over here,
we have the whole
if it's working and we got something cooking, we can cook it all the way through. Yeah. And then that was one of the things they was like, hey man, you got to work the room. They was kind of hit me at the elbow. Hey,
go you got to get
so I'm like, man, I got that. But I get it. I appreciate it. You know what I mean? But that was one of the things that I learned real quick. It's like, oh, that's right. I can't spend too much time over here in this corner, where I'm comfortable. I got to go over here and kind of get out here and, see people and give people that attention. That's one of the challenges, because I'm really interested in the things that we're talking about.
And then, so when you're working the room, it's about knowing when to how long to stay and when to walk away. Right.
Yeah,
and that's the walk away is hard because you don't want to be rude. And I be like,
how about the walk up? So this happened last night. So I'm in a conversation with somebody we've been texting to try and schedule a meeting. Mm-hmm. So we had the meeting last night. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, man, we can't seem to make this happen. Yeah. So now we just gonna do it right now because it's really what we're trying to meet about. It only take 10 minutes. Really.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then the other maybe 15, 20 is just catching up how you been with everything. All that kind of stuff. And so I'm like, we could just have this conversation now. But as we're having that conversation, somebody else walk up and she like, hey, you remember me? And I'm like, no, I don't. You know what I'm saying? So, but it just was a moment where I was like, do I not finish this conversation and entertain this one?
You finish. So it's really hard.
I was like, just give me 1 second.
But
I want to
But see, then think about the 1 second, because now the 1 second is the person you don't remember.
No. That's what I 1 second the person I don't remember.
That's what I'm just saying. So just think about it. Okay. The one person that you really this person who you don't remember probably been reaching out and they ain't got no response because you don't remember.
But not in this case. I hear you.
And then now you done paused them.
I did, and she was like, "Oh, okay, I'm sorry," and then she kind of like.
And did y'all ever?
We did.
Okay, well that's
I was intentional about that.
Okay, good.
Yeah, after we made the rounds, and I saw, I was like, okay.
Because sometimes you kids. So listen, I've had people. I had people swerve. I
ain't what to talk about, but
no, but I'm gonna tell you.
Probably could have kept moving.
Listen, I done had people swerve me, and I done swerve people.
Did I swerve? Was that a swerve?
No, not that. But I'm just saying, like, it's like a start a conversation, but really don't want to have the conversation and be like, give me one more second. I'll be right back. And then I wait and then I look and they somewhere having a whole nother. So I'm like, okay, like I get it.
I don't say I'll be back.
No, but like if you tell me you're gonna be back, I kind of like expect like give me 1 second and then I'll just kind of I don't know because you want to be polite, but then sometimes it's you know.
No, I hear that, and I tell you this was the one of the things that I came to appreciate. I had JC. Shout out to JC3, who was my legislative aide at the time, and he's graduating. So congratulations, he's actually graduating law school. From Stetson. Yeah, JC3. Shout out to the parents, Karen and JC2. For the great work that y'all did in raising this upstanding young man. But one of the benefits when I was a legislative aide is when we would be in places, he would, kind of break that up for me.
Yeah,
you know
like,
what I mean?
Come on.
Like he would move me.
You need a good buffer. You need a good buffer.
So that when people like start to lock in, he's like, okay,
it's time to go.
Yeah, council member, and so but me by myself, like we locked in. All right, y'all hold on 1 second.
You need buffers.
I remember I used to go to them dinners, because you get all this. So and I go in them rooms and it's like a whole bunch of people in them rooms, and I'm like over here just in my little pocket.
You know what? Even outside of working, like when you go to the store, like you bump into people. I have this, like my mama sit and talk to people, and I be like, all right, we finna leave you. Like
I don't do that.
I do.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't like in the store, like. It's clear we all here to do something, and standing this aisle holding each other up ain't what we here to do.
Yeah, but see, in the store, it's so easy because people because they don't see you, they want to same thing. They want to get caught. Oh, girl, how you doing? And then,
I hear that. All right, so that's what's on your mind Wednesday. and again, I want to go back to this too. When we talk about what's on your mind Wednesday, again, giving shout outs and kudos to the Community Voices Town Hall. And I want to give y'all some of the takeaways from what happened last night. Again, we talked about those who were present, very great mix, diverse group of people who were in the room. It's the first in a series. And the meeting last night was more like an introduction to a process and like, okay, this is what the intent is. And really just getting alignment on what the intention of the assembly is and what, people who are part of this movement that's being built, how they can show up and how they can contribute. So it's basically an invitation to the work. And so the focus right now is there's a public comment period for the gas plant redevelopment process, if we want to call it that. Because that was another one of the things, like these two parallel processes that's running right now where the city council is pursuing a study and master plan, and then the administration and the mayor is like, y'all plan, we better go forward and just pick a developer by June. That aside,
which is in 3 weeks.
Yeah, for real. And so, but that aside, the community input is still happening. And so there's a survey link. And if Mr. Edmond, if you tuned in, if you could put that link in the chat, if you got it, if you could put the link in the chat. But we're asking people to take this survey, complete the survey, and help us to identify what the priorities are, and then continuing to organize around public comment before May 30th. And then there's also another community session that will be scheduled following this. There was a follow-up meeting that will be held virtual on Wednesday, May 20th. And so we're asking for community feedback. Community comments will be being organized, and the recommendations are being prepared by the organizing team. So, why don't people come to community meetings?
I think so. I'm going to say part of it is advertisement.
Okay.
Another is it has to, for you to take out time to come to a community meeting, it has to be something that piques your interest.
Okay.
Because we done seen community meetings where they're overflowing, and then we've seen some that's like crickets, right? Yeah. And I really think that you gotta force feed people stuff, unfortunately.
Okay.
Sometimes the people that's interested show up.
Okay.
Who's naturally just inquisitive and want to be knowledgeable about stuff. You see the same group of people in there. Yeah. It's like now getting the people who is interested but don't know that they need to be in this room.
Okay.
Because, you know, we talk about this all the time. Like we don't, and sometimes you just don't go where the people at.
Okay.
You know,
so going where the people are is one of the
it's one of the things.
And I just want to go back because what I was inspired to say last night during the introduction, it just hit me that there are so many people who would like to go to these meetings.
Yeah.
But they just can't because of certain realities that they're facing. I won't say they can't. They just haven't figured out how. Or they haven't really like made it a priority, because if you just think about this scenario, you got a single parent. Well, we always use single parents. You got a family, husband, wife, 3 children, right? Both working, children in school. So you have all of your day-to-day community, you know, school, work, cheerleading, football, all of these things that are happening that are competing for your attention, right? Then you see this advertisement that there's a community voices town hall. What does it take for you to say, okay, I'm going to move all of this stuff around, make sure that you go get the children today, call them and tell them I ain't going to make it because I'm actually going to this meeting? Like, what makes a person do that?
It has to be a priority.
Yeah.
And so, like, okay, gas plant district for people at this point is a blah, blah, blah. Like, I think they're interested.
Okay.
But they and at this point, it's
help us out. Give us a call, y'all. What's on your mind Wednesday? Let us know.
I'm gonna do what I want to do anyway.
Yeah.
Kind of in the gas plant. So
is that apathy where people feel like there's nothing that can be done?
At this point, I do think, because you look at the original gas plant deal, the people were saying no for the majority part of, and they went for it.
Yeah.
Right. Then it ended, and now the people were saying pause, and the administration saying we're still going for it. So you're looking at the people who did go and take time out of their busy schedule. Like yesterday, like I personally wasn't there, right?
Yeah.
But like on Tuesday,
and it's stuff that. And usually, because it was like I'm sure there was a like if you could have been there, you would have been there.
I would have been there, but I already had a schedule at 6:30 that I couldn't. That like I personally couldn't change unless I would have got somebody else to do it for me.
And here's the thing that I'm sensitive to now. The more that I'm hearing this, because people really going through stuff, right?
Yeah.
And when I'm in these spaces, there's an element in the room that says, well, you know, see, that's the problem. You know, they can go to the but they can't come to this meeting.
But so
they just assume that, like, okay, like just because the room isn't full, that people don't care. But you got people that care. But like, I just don't care enough to change my whole life to come and sit with y'all for 2 hours to talk about something that has already been decided in my mind. Like, that's a real thing. And those are real people.
And then the time that you do it, like, I mean, 6:30 is 6 o'clock is, you know, reasonable when you're thinking people.
But I mean, we've been doing it for years, and so we know that's kind of the sweet spot. You got to feed people because they're coming from work. Like, all the things are done, but you also like you feed me, but now I have my kids that I got to feed. Like, so maybe I go home and do all this stuff. But I really think that once you initiate and get the initial spark for something, people want to see results from it and see what, and when you go to enough meetings and nothing comes out of it, you be like, call me when we ready to execute. I'm not doing. So there's a lot of different things. Another thing too, you go to these meetings and as they're talking, it sounds like Charlie Brown teacher, like want, because they may be using jargon, they may be using terms that the organizers think that everybody knows and everybody understands. And so that's why I've been posting, you know, yesterday I was posting like, what is austerity? Because we in a room and we saying, okay, and the city's budget is tight. And so they may be doing some austerity measures. I don't know what austerity measures is.
Right.
And then he said, we got a problem. We got to push back against this gerrymandering. And it's like, I don't know what gerrymandering is.
And that doesn't make you like not
it's
smart.
like I'm trying to be engaged, but y'all talking in a language that I really don't understand.
Right.
And then
or something that's not used in my everyday language. So then maybe I do need to like look it up, see something else. But it's 8 o'clock.
Yeah, because I want to tell you, I got a whole nother thing about. So y'all remind me to talk about the CRA survey that we're doing, because I got some insights from when we did that as well. And so it is 8 o'clock. We do have to take a break. So we want to let y'all know also we have a powerful show lined up this morning from the future of the gas plant redevelopment. We'll continue to talk about that. The city's budget crunch. There's some environmental health concerns, the justice system. And also we're spending some time discussing this reggae culture and legacy with Dr. Ephraim Martin and Mr. Ryan Bailey, who will be joining us this morning on the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. So we got a power-packed next hour. So if y'all can hang in there for 6 minutes, do so. Tag a friend, tell a friend, and we'll be right.
We'll be back.
Bye.
Hours GMT. Welcome to the newsroom. Coming up, a superpower summit's beginning in Beijing as Donald Trump touches down in China's.
I got love for you, no lie. I give my best, I try. Someday we'll touch the sky. You're an angel, little baby. Wipe all your tears away. I know it's been crazy, but keep your head up high.
Foot chase through the projects, dodging foreign objects. Street knowledge, I should've went to college. Odds stacked against me, surviving off instinct. 3 blocks from the precinct. Lil' homie caught a case, others lost family members. Product of his environment, projects produce violence in the middle of the streets, cause that's how we eat. Just a rap about the trap don't mean I ain't about peace.
We must stand together, all together as one. United we must stand together, fighting for each other till our race is done. United we must stand together, under God we are one. We must fly to the sun every day, fight for peace, not destroying our dreams.
Peace in the streets, love to my brothers, love to my sisters. We all need each other. Children need their mothers and they need their dads. Taking a life that don't make you bad. The fact that you do that is so sad. Pocket watching, plotting on another man's cash. Pick up a book instead of picking up a gun. Increase your knowledge and that'll increase your funds. If everyone succeeds, then crime would decrease and people would live instead of resting in peace. Unity, that's what.
long. Now, just like that, guess what?
We back.
We're back.
We back.
We're back.
We're
We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back.
Yeah. Welcome back to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
And this is Qiana.
This program is being brought to you as part of the New Image Project of the Community Development and Training Center, aka See That.
See that.
And we like to thank y'all for tuning in, helping us to redefine what's cool, because smart is
The new
gangsta.
baby.
And if you don't know,
and now you know.
Now you know. Now you know. Now you know. And we also want you to know that
The Tampa Bay Breakfast Club is an independently produced program. The views, opinions, and statements expressed by hosts, guests, or callers are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views, positions, or policies of Carafesta Radio. 99 Jams, its ownership, management, affiliates, sponsors, or partners.
Boom.
boom.
You heard the boom.
You heard the boom. It's on. And we also want to let y'all know again. So thank y'all for tapping in, tuning in. So this morning, y'all, we're talking music, culture, legacy, and international impact. We want to welcome Dr. Ephraim Martin as well as Brother Ryan Bailey. They're the founders and co-founder of the International Reggae and World Music Awards, better known around the globe as the WUJM Awards, and they're now celebrating their 43rd year. So from honoring reggae legends to bringing nations together through music and culture, Dr. Martin and his team has helped to elevate Caribbean and world music on a global stage for more than 4 decades, and we want to welcome them to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club this morning. How y'all doing this morning, brothers?
Hey, doing wonderful indeed, and I'm very pleased to be on your program today as we prepare for our 43rd celebration of our International Reggae and World Music Awards, where we're bringing nations together through music and culture and honoring the best each year in the reggae and world music industry. And as you may have known, it's now the talk of the town right here in South Florida. The event will be taking place at the Lauderhill Performing Arts Center, and that's right here in South Florida, El Pac. We are going to be featuring the best of reggae and world music entertainment this weekend.
That's amazing, and we definitely appreciate you and the work that you're doing. And so with the IRAWMA, it's become definitely a world premiere international platform that honors reggae world music, the producers, promoters, and the contributors since 1982, right?
Wow.
You got it right.
Okay. And so
when there was no form of recognition for our music industry.
And for people who may be hearing about it for the first time, what exactly is the awards and how can people tap in?
First, you can go to irama.com. That's IRAWMA.com. So as we listen, please tune into IRAWMA.com for all the information. But I should let you know that this weekend is a special weekend. It's Sunday. This is a Super Sunday for the music industry, as we'll be honoring the best. You have Vibes Cartel, who is nominated in 9 categories with 11 nods, meaning that he's up against himself in 2 of the categories.
Okay.
And of course, we have a massive entertainer, the brother called us Burning Spear, the father of the music, the father of our culture, reggae culture. Burning Spear will be on site to be honored for his contribution to the industry over 57 years. And he will be there. Other like Gramps Morgan, we're also talking about Movado. Some of you may have heard about Movado. Movado is one of the top dancehall entertainers in the industry. He will be there, and among others.
If I may, I had the opportunity to be listening to your program prior to this, and the topic on which you were speaking, it spoke to community and community involvement. I would like to share with you that IRAMA came about through the whole idea of community involvement. So it is really a labor of love that Mr. Martin started some 43 years ago. At the inception, he was thrusted into this position by the likes of Bob Marley, Rita Marley, and Peter Tosh. At that time, they saw a need for reggae music and message music to be honored, and for that honor to be coming from the community from which the music came. So, for those who have never heard of it, this is an award event that seeks to honor, that seeks to push forward, that seeks to share the message and of love through music. So IRAMA honors the creators, it honors the producers, and it honors the participants in that. It is an event from which the winners are chosen by votes from the audience in most categories, and except for the area where there's special honorees. So it is that kind of event. And for those who are lover of our music, this is really the extravaganza, and a place for you to be is to be at the Lauderhill Performing Arts Center on Sunday, so you can see your heroes, you can be involved in the music, and you can see the participants.
And if I may add, last year we had scores of people journey from Tampa all the way to South Florida to be a part of it. And already there are people from the Tampa area and all throughout Florida who are securing their tickets now to be a part of this historic moment that's coming up this weekend. Some of them will be walking the red carpet, mixing and mingling with celebrities. But I can tell you, regardless of the ticket you get, be it standard, VIP, or VVIP, you're going to be treated to a wonderful celebration that you will long be remembered in your lifetime.
That's amazing, and definitely thank you all for the contribution that you made and the legacy. What would you say has contributed to the consistency? Because I mean, 43 years of doing anything can be a struggle and a challenge, and I'm sure you've had, your highs, your lows, your ups and downs. So what is, would you say, to the consistency and just allowing you to exist and do this for the last 4 decades?
It's a combination of things. Keep in mind that what we do, reggae, is not just about the awards. It's a movement for the people. It's a movement for Africa. It's a movement for the Caribbean. It's a movement for working class people and struggling people all around the world. When we started in those days, there was a time when the music was the sounds that people would turn to when they're in trouble, when they feel like they have been let down by government and others. When apartheid was at peak in South Africa, that's when we really got started to with the fight to free Nelson Mandela, for freedom and democracy in the world, for an end to apartheid. And with the music, because in those days, most of the music that were coming out of Jamaica was all about the message, and Burning Spear, people like Burning Spear, Bob Marley, just to name a few. They were the ones. So this weekend, when Burning Spear will be honored, it's going to be awesome. And what kept us going, there was always struggle. There was always things of concern in the social justice movement. And that's what kept us along the way. We traveled from city to city protesting apartheid and for the freedom of Nelson Mandela in the earlier time. And after his freedom, we continue to work for the people and for the industry. We just couldn't step away knowing that there was no other form of recognition for the industry. So we kept it going so that each year the reggae and world music community can say, well, we have something for us. It's not all about the Grammy. We may not have Grammy, but yes, get a Grammy, but we can get an IRAMA. So in the earlier days when we started, there was no category for Grammy, for reggae in the Grammy Awards. But we fought in 1974, between 1973 and 1975, we fought for proper recognition in the Grammy, or for recognition in the Grammy. And we saw that happen. So it's a lot of things that kept us going over the years. And the movement will continue. Even when we're gone, it will be there going, because the young people of today will make sure that IRAMA stays strong and continue to celebrate our music, arts, and culture.
Bless up. Mr. Bailey, reflections, man, on these last few years.
What was some highlights?
The last few years have been extremely exciting because we had the opportunity to honor Spice. I'm sure that some of your listeners would have seen her on Love and Hip Hop.
Mm-hmm.
We find her to be a very hardworking person, and as a mother, she's also championed the cause for that. So it's not only what she's doing on stage, but it's also what she's doing outside of that. We've also honored Buju Banton. I'm sure that you're all aware of him. We have also honored Sean Paul.
Is that Buju Banton? Who do we have on here?
No, we had
Beanie Man.
Yes, he has been on our stage as well, and so too has been Sean Paul. So all of those who have broken broken into the mainstream, they would have had their first real appearance at an award gala and on our stage, and we're very proud of that. So what is going to happen this Sunday is that we have Movado, who will be honored. We have one of the stalwarts in our industry, who's Burning Spear. He will be honored. We have Gramps Morgan, who will be, I'm sure that you're familiar with him. He's from the Morgan Heritage Group. And he's not only will he be present, but he's also going to be singing live on stage. So the reflection that we have is that though there has been trying times, and as you know, it is extremely difficult, challenging to get the kind of resources in order to put together an event of this magnitude. As Mr. Martin said, we're pushing through and we will be here, and it's going to be a great event. I hope that the listeners to the Breakfast Club of Tampa would make themselves available, will come and celebrate with us. And I hope that you and your co-host will be present. I'm not sure if you've ever been, but if you haven't, this is our invitation for you to take the trip to come on down.
Thank you so much for that invitation. And again, for those who are just tuning in, we're here talking with the founders of Iroma. And we have Mr. Bailey as well as Dr. Martin, and they are talking about the history. It's the 43rd year of the Iroma event, and it's May 17th. There's a red carpet that starts at 6 p.m. There's international artists, fans. It's a celebration of reggae, dancehall, Afrobeat, world music, and Caribbean culture. And the tickets, where can people get tickets if they wanted to tap in?
Yes, they can go to irama.com. That's www.irawma.com and just click on tickets. You will get there are few tickets still available, I know for sure, for the VIP. The VVIP, we're running short on VVIP tickets. General tickets, there are some still available, but I'm sure they will be gone soon. So I would suggest you go right now as we speak. Visit Irama, IRAWMA.com, and get your ticket. It's reggae's biggest event for honoring our people. So you don't want to miss it. There, you're going to have scores of performers who will be taking the stage and will be live there. On the red carpet, it's going to be celebrities marching on the red carpet starting from 6 p.m. You just cannot afford to miss it. Secure a seat now by going to irama.com. Sunday's a nice time. If you missed treating your mothers last week on Mother's Day, treat your mother right now to a ticket to the Irama, the International Reggae and World Music Awards, right here in Lauderdale, South Florida.
Awesome. And if there was a final thought that you wanted to leave the people with this morning, what would your final message or final word to the community be this morning?
I would say we want to thank the people, all your listeners, because there's since the last few years that we've been back in Florida, there are several people, scores of them, who journeyed to the awards, and we want to say a very special thanks to them. We want to say a very special thanks to our sponsors and all those people who have helped to make it possible. And we look forward in meeting you and seeing you on the red carpet and elsewhere. This Sunday, we want to meet all your people coming in from Tampa to greet them on the red carpet. Have a nice time, celebrate, and from there on to the after party. When you get there, you'll know more about the after party. But we want to say thanks to everyone over the last 40 years who have been helping and supporting us. There will also be a contest for the best Irama song, and we have 4 contestants there. When you go online, irama.com, you can listen to the 4 songs. They're powerful songs, and you can select who you think should walk away with the Irama Best Song for 2026.
Hey man, Mr. Bailey, was it something that he forgot?
No, I think that we have shared every single thing that we can. The only thing that is outstanding is to welcome you and your co-host and your listeners to experience Irama live on stage.
Amen. Well, thank you again so much for making time for us this morning and with clearing for a successful event. And again, we appreciate your contributions to the culture. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
Listen, that's great stuff.
Oh my God, the
think.
greatest, right?
It's hard to do 1, 2, 3 years. 43 years of anything is amazing.
Right?
And that speaks values onto the organizers and the event itself, because people get bored after the second.
Oh yeah. And if you run into any little bit of difficulty, that's a wrap on that. Like, we ain't doing no more.
So it's down in South Florida. It's about like 2 hours away from us.
Especially awards. I remember we did I participated in the Bay Area Awards here.
With Marcy.
Yeah, and it was like amazing, but just the stuff that came with that. So it was eye-opening for me. And so again, 43 years, the movement, the activity, again, they advocated to have reggae recognized in the Grammys. So yeah, these are some powerhouse people that are doing this amazing work, and so thank you all for your contribution.
Right here in your backyard.
Believe that.
Yeah.
Believe that, Joe. All right, I'm trying to find what we got next. Did you see the thing about Julio Fulio?
About the Julio Fulio,
the young man who was actually sentenced. And so there was a young man who was involved allegedly. I mean, I guess he's found guilty now, but we still say allegedly. But he was found guilty in the murder of Julio Fulio, who is a hip hop artist from Florida. And during the sentencing phase related to this, a prison official reportedly, I saw the clip too, he was arguing against the death penalty for this young man.
Yeah.
And the reason that he said that he shouldn't get the death penalty is because he was healthy, he was strong, and he could provide the prison with years of labor and sweat equity. And so it's really been, how can I say it? I don't even know where to go with this one. It's been eye-opening, I would say, for some people at how bold, he was in his statement, because a lot of us, we knew that's been the game for the longest. That's the whole 13th Amendment. Like the 13th Amendment says slavery is illegal except as punishment for crime, right? You're hearing about the 14th and the 25th Amendment right now. Yeah. But the 13th Amendment is basically what created the prison industrial complex.
Yeah.
And so, he was just really speaking from the gut, saying, that, we can bring in some sweat equity. We need the labor. He also said that one of the reasons they need the labor is because they have an aging prison population.
People aging out. That ain't funny. They aging out. And so you need it. So, okay.
So does that mean the YNs ain't going to the prison? Because they saying our prison population getting old, and so please, don't give him the death penalty. We need these people to come in and do this work. What kind of mess we dealing with?
What? So, okay, listen. So I think hopefully if people are aging out, that means people are getting smarter.
You would think.
Yeah. Or, I mean...
they're getting smarter, or they're not learning at all, because now you old and going to jail.
But
now.
I mean, they could.
That might mean something.
So I'm torn against.
You got old people going to jail now. Boy, that ain't telling you how tough it is out here.
So I'm torn against this death penalty and working now. So if you take somebody's life, I think you should be responsible in replacing what they were, or replacing their contribute to society. So if you kill a father, I think you should be responsible to take care of that income of that father that came in, and you should be working and paying in the place of.
They call that restitution.
That's what I think.
Okay.
But I think it needs to go into the family and not the system.
Okay, yeah, because that's how it happened.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, so you're using it, you're doing free labor for the prison system to keep it up. That's not beneficial to society itself.
Okay. And some of the reactions that came in is because people were saying it sounds less like rehabilitation and more about the economic usefulness of these people, because the whole idea of the departments are supposed to be departments of corrections, right?
But they don't correct.
Corrections.
So we've been talking about this for the last couple of weeks, right?
Sure.
And we always talk about prison. Typically, unless you get around the right group of people or your mindset is set, they create bigger monsters.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that happens behind those prison doors that prisoners will never talk about. John Bailey done came in here and said it. There's things that happen that, you just can't speak about.
Right.
And there's things in there that made to break you, to put somebody in a room that you only have a window to get lunch from, and you can't talk to nobody. Mentally, that steers you crazy. Even if you make it through and mentally you be like, I'm gonna do it, when you come out, there's something that's taken from you.
Oh yeah, it's trauma for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
And so that nothing about the prison system at this point is necessarily.
Yeah. I think this is a pretty straightforward question. So should the prison should prison work programs be about rehabilitation, or is the system becoming dependent on inmate labor?
I think it should be about rehabilitation.
What's the products that are put out by prisons?
So
somebody help us with that. Put it in chat. What products do prisons produce? Because if you're saying we need labor, what do you need them to do? I remember they used to talk about license plates. I remember somebody was saying while they was in prison, they made chairs, they were making furniture. And so I'm just wondering, like,
you get some skills once you
how much of the stuff that we use every day was made by somebody in prison? I'm trying to figure that out. Like, we gotta really look that up. Like, what they doing? Like, what is the labor that this warden of this prison is finding a shortage of, that people need to be like, no, don't give him the death penalty because we need him to come work. Where do you need him to come work at?
Where,
yeah.
He need to do, I don't know.
Yeah. So yeah, but that's what's happening.
So how do you feel about it?
I mean, the whole thing is just crazy, but it's not as surprising anymore, because we're in a space now where all of the doubt is being removed.
So if you ask this person, do you want to work like a workhorse for the rest of your life, or do you want a needle in your vein to end it today? Tell me your answer. So
that's where we at. Let them choose. Let the convict decide.
Yeah.
And then they're going to do the opposite, because that's how the system works. So choose wisely. I want to live, Judge. Okay, death it is. Right?
I want to die.
Work it is. Work to death. Like, because this warped idea that punishment is justice.
And punishment, and you should. So you need consequences for your actions. Absolutely. But it needs to be justifiable. Now, in this situation where Julio crazy, he did take a life. They came in, they came, found, did all this other stuff. Whatever happens, like
oh yeah, your choices got you here, young man. So you got to own that. You took a life. Personal responsibility. Yeah. So I'm not all those things.
Yes.
I also saw a clip, not a clip, but it was like a meme that was saying that this young man, because I guess that clip of the warden is going viral. Somebody said that this guy was also raised like in the suburbs, and he wasn't really he didn't come up from what we would consider the struggle. And so for all intents and purposes, he really he had other opportunities to not be in that situation.
Usually that's how it is.
Yeah.
A lot of, not usually, but there are situations you'll see, like let's take the blackness out. We'll see white kids who have all the money and selling all the drugs and have no reason, like they don't need the money. They don't need the money. They just want it to be cool. They want to be in the in crowd, and then they get passes, because they don't want to ruin their lives because their parents are senators or doctors or whoever the case may be. But then you you'll have the black guy or the black family or just somebody that a minority. Let's take black out of a minority who is struggling. Parents are struggling to pay the bills, and now he's out there trying to make sure that he's helping his parents to provide, and you give him life. And there's a reason why he out there. Like he's fighting.
It's survival.
He's fighting day to day to just make it ends meet and just trying to make a better life for him and his siblings or her and her siblings. And then you have somebody over here that just want to do it for the thrill, and you give the thrill a pass, but not the struggling person that's trying to get out.
Yeah. No, that's interesting. What you just said kind of reminded me of something that I saw where they were talking about like criminals like Joe Kennedy, who was like a known criminal bootlegger, all of the things, but then his sons became, president, senators and all of this stuff. But when black people are working to try and put their children in those type of situations, using that same lifestyle, same logic, like we grinding because we trying to build a better life and future, like we don't always have the benefit of being able to leave a legacy for our children. Like what famous, gangster, I mean, maybe Big Meech, his son is doing all right.
Is he?
I mean, he on TV, but
not no more.
Well, but the point is, there's a bunch of people who don't have those types of opportunities that you see other people have. And usually the people who don't get the opportunities are black people. I'm just saying that.
You said Jay-Z.
Okay.
But Jay-Z, he was in the game, but like we're talking about he did the same. We're not gonna discredit him. But it's a few and far between when you look at people who is trying to live the legacy. We just seen it right here. Mike with Crabs.
Okay.
30, he been here for 30 years. Right? Minding his darn business.
Literally.
Yeah. Him and his wife.
Minding his business,
Like minding his cooking crabs, flinging crabs, giving you potatoes and all this other stuff.
Sure.
And all of a sudden, 30 years later, you come and say he has a drug charge.
Yeah. Oof. I don't know enough about it to comment.
I don't know. That's all I know. But I don't know. But I still think like that at this point. Like if you didn't catch me then, right?
That's the limitations. That's what you're talking about right now.
Like if you didn't catch me then,
30 years ago for a drug charge.
Right, and I'm not selling drugs no more.
I'm pushing crabs by the.
Now it makes sense because he always accepted cash only.
Don't do that. Because black folks will do that. You know what? Now that I think about it, we should have known.
No, we shouldn't know. And he did a good job.
You got that one that did know. I knew it was something.
It don't matter. Yeah. It don't matter. But so like so now we're talking about that. If you get away and you start a new life and you're no longer doing crime and so like you done paid your taxes and did all this other stuff, when is like you done paid back your debt to society?
That's when we started having a conversation about how we define society.
Yeah.
Because you have some crimes that they consider victimless, right? Where they say there is no victim in this crime, and so they would give you a little more grace on that. Like you said, if there's a clear impact of harm to some other individual, now that's a victim that you're considering. But if like you selling drugs to feed your family, of course the drugs and what they're doing to society, what they're doing to community, like there's victims, but you can't really in a lot of cases identify like who's the person that can come and say what you did directly impacted and hurt my life. Like you don't find that a lot in some of these cases. Because people just like that's just the way that it is for them. But yeah, after 30 years,
kudos to you because you did a good job for 30 years. Because 30 years on the run,
he wasn't running no little like.
If it was in New York, he ran from New York.
How long he been down there?
That's what I'm saying. Like he been around St. Pete, but like listen, to come from New York and settle down here, and live a life and do everything you want to do for 30 years.
Look, wait, they bringing up his past, right? That's how they do you, Charlie. You know, that's exactly how they do you. So yeah, but also saw that there was a article, there was a recent report about the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency. And said they knew that the risk and they didn't say anything. Again, no surprise here. But
they don't know nothing, but go ahead.
The report claims that the EPA identified elevated cancer risks that have been connected to certain pesticides, but they failed to properly warn the public. The questions have been raised now about transparency, public trust, environmental justice, and corporate influence. Of course, communities that are often exposed to these types of things, working class neighborhoods, agricultural workers, poor housing conditions as well contribute to this. And so in the article, they were basically saying that they knew that these pesticides would cause cancer, but they allowed them to be produced and distributed anyway.
Greed.
Okay.
It's greed over humanity.
Yeah.
You see it all as like, I mean, you saw it here when they started spraying, talking about mosquitoes, and then all our plants died and no more fruits and all that other stuff. They knew that stuff was going to happen. And just think, if we killed our fruits, imagine what it kind of did to us.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like,
you wonder why that little thing you got in your side.
Right, or something like that. Like,
I heard somebody say it ain't that these diseases run in our family, it's these recipes that run in our family.
It is the recipes that runs in our family that's doing a lot.
Wow. But yeah, they're saying that they knew about it. They didn't warn the public. They knew that, and so of course, you know, now the lawsuits are beginning. They're looking to sue the Environmental Protection Agency around these pesticides.
And just think about it, the Environment Protection Agency. So you're supposed to protect the environment, and you like, forget it. Like, we're gonna let that go.
So that's the that's the common sense version of that. When you read that, when you see Environmental Protection Agency, I think we make assumptions when you see that, right? Because you think, okay, environmental protection, that means that they're protecting the environment. Could it be that they're not protecting the environment, they're protecting the investments of the investors who make investments in and around and through the environment, because they clearly not protecting the people.
I think two things can be true at the same time, and I'm realizing more so than none. There's probably some people who is there to really do their job, and there's other people who's getting paid off. You see it like Miko done came in here and talked about it. Like, she has been attacked and for doing her job, doing her job, and then whistleblowing down there at the hospital, right? And so you have some people, and then there's some people whose self-interest is like, I got to pay my bills, I got kids that's out here, and then even though they know it's wrong, it's self, you know, is survive or sink.
Yeah,
you know
what you just said. You said there are people there who are there actually doing their job, right? And then, of course, you run into systems and processes that prevent you from doing that. But what you reminded me of was a conversation that we had a while back with Mr. Edmond. Is like, it seems like the people who go to work and do their job and do it above and beyond, in air quotes, you always find yourself in some trouble.
Because sometimes you do too much. So it's the thing. No. Listen, I done been.
I'm speaking for myself. I did a good job, and it wasn't too much, and I stayed in trouble. And all I was doing was my job. They asked me to do it. Now, how I did it, they had a problem with how I did it. And that's what we used to argue about.
Yeah.
Because
I don't care how you see. I'm one of them people. I don't care how you get it done. I like
working for people like you.
Your process is your process.
I love people like you.
We'll tell you.
Yeah.
If it fumbles.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Okay.
And I know now
that's
I
fair.
gotta go in there and tell you what to do. Like, I tell
totally
people all the
accept
time.
That responsibility.
Like, I don't micromanage.
That's why I'm here. I ain't here to fail. But I got a way that I think we can get this done.
And if you get it, if you execute it, woohoo, kudos to you, we're good. I tell people, I don't micromanage you.
Right.
If I'm micromanaging you, that means somebody micromanaging me. And I'm not going to be the only one uncomfortable here, okay? Like, comfortability is important. So if you want to be comfortable, do your job. Yeah. And I'm not going to, like,
deliver the product.
Deliver the product. I don't care what you can rumple steel skin.
Okay.
do whatever. I don't care.
I'll reel it back and say within boundaries. There are some boundaries and some guidelines, but for the most part, just produce the product and you good.
Right.
But then there's others who like that's not enough. Like they want you to do it their way, walk it through their system, their process, and like those have been
that management style doesn't work. I worked with that management style necessarily doesn't feel good to me. I can work in it. Cause I'll do what you like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'll do how you want me to say. I think it's stupid. Now you probably gonna hit my mouth, right?
For a little while.
Depending on who you is, you know.
They like, man, they ain't putting up with nothing that they don't want to put up with.
Right.
And Shana said it happens a lot in corporate America. My issue, I don't conform and want to be friends and discuss my personal life, and they hate it. Yeah.
Yeah, because people do when you don't. People don't like when you don't open up to them.
When you not coming here to be friends.
Yeah. It's some people that just not like an open book. Like, no, we're not doing that. There's clear boundaries here.
I'm trying to remember. Dang, I wish Mr. Edmund, I wish you was here. God, dog. Because I remember we were in a team meeting with one of these jobs we had, and somebody said, we're all family here. And that caused like a whole debate.
Everybody don't listen. Everybody's not looking for a family atmosphere, right? Everybody's like, your idea of a job, like, because when you say family, that means that you get mad at your family, but typically you can't leave your family. Like
you can't pick your family,
right? Like so you stuck with
your coworkers.
Yes, you can.
Okay,
and so like
okay,
you know, so when you say family, like we're family, like but
and some of the most brutal knockdown, drag out, things happen amongst family,
and you let your guard down in family.
Would you want to be in a culture of work that is like a family environment?
Depending on the work. So like this work right here, we're family.
Yeah.
And I'm
absolutely.
okay with that. So we can go, like, we're not going nowhere. We locked and loaded. If we go to blows, it's going to be all right.
Yeah.
We're going to be all right. There's other places where I go where, no, this is a job for me. I want to execute. And no, I don't want to depend on you to have my back, because the day that you disappoint me, now I'm stuck. I can't call you later on. Like, I can get to you. Yeah. If that makes sense. Right? Like, come on now. Like, my brother.
Yeah.
But like out in other workforces, no, you're not my family, because when the rubber hit the road, are you really going to have my back? And family typically has your back.
Put it in the chat, y'all. Let us know. Strictly work, or is it family? Is it strictly like a work relationship, or
and you're right, Mama Blue.
Strictly work, strictly business, or is this a family vibe that you're looking for when you go into your corporate environment and your space? Let us know. Put it in the chat. Ask Qiana, we have one. Would you rather? I'm just kind of tossing that up real quick. But yeah, so I thought that was interesting how they said the EPA knew these things and didn't say anything about it. But I don't know.
Just work.
Thank you very much for that. I'm thinking it's what's on your mind Wednesday, right?
Oh yeah, it is.
I'm so less and less surprised by the stuff that I'm seeing. I'm beginning to really have an appreciation for the Black revolutionaries and leaders who came before us and what their experiences have been, right? After doing this work, like really serving our community, advocating, pushing systems change, developing strategy, serving on council, like all of this stuff that God has blessed me to do in my life. When I look at I just look at the state of where we are right now, and I see a lot of the outrage that we have. And don't get me wrong, outrage is appropriate when the things that people are doing is outrageous.
Right.
And so there's a lot of outrageous things that are happening that justifies people being outraged. But I just haven't been able to like get outraged about any of this stuff, because it's like, this is what they do. This is what we grew up reading about. We experienced it. Like, you got your dealing with white folk stories. You got the system.
You want me to tell you what
my brother situations. And so like, why are we just so like confused right now about what's
It's-
happening.
You want me to tell you? It's age.
Okay.
It's wisdom.
Okay.
So you'll see. So
The young people are outraged.
Yeah, you'll see them.
Okay.
We were the young people that went
Okay.
to college. Said, "Oh no, we're gonna change." And you need that enthusiasm to come out
I went
there.
to the Nation. I didn't go to college.
Right, but however,
That was like
you
college,
know,
though,
but
yeah.
when you go to
Yeah, whatever you become a part of,
Right,
you
but
have your ideas. So,
all right
yeah.
there, and now it's fresh. You
Yeah.
have not been bruised by the world.
True.
Right, so you're just in the boxing. You see it in
Okay.
boxers when you fresh. You boo 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 boo. As you get older, you get slower, right? And you like, yeah, like I'm retired from this. I done like a job. I did my years. Now it's time for me to sit back and watch y'all do what y'all need to do. And that's just how life is. So
I swear
like,
you just called me out, Q, because I'm like that. You like, I'm telling you.
and some people don't want to ever stop.
Yeah.
And there's other people that
I'm
be
really thinking about like, man, you know what? Yeah.
but there's some people that you be like, you need to retire.
It's like military. It's like military service, right?
Yeah.
And you have careers and all of that stuff. And I never imagined being in a place where I was like, where I started to think about like, you know what, man, I'm finna just like take this turn, do this thing, and focus on what
You
I
put
can focus
20 years
on.
into anything, you started
Yeah.
football. Tom Brady, he never
it's a
wanted to
time
stop.
Yeah, you got to know when to step up and when to step back.
Know when to hold them and know when to fold them.
Yeah, and I'm really thinking like stepping up and back into a different space and operating differently. But like this day-to-day stuff that you know what I mean? It's like I'm really looking more at like locking into like this community strategist space and systems change advocacy. Like those are the kind of spaces where it's like, okay, yeah, I think this is the space I want to be in, and not like running around trying to organize,
and
quote unquote, our people.
And you're where you're supposed to be at in life.
To God be the glory.
And let me tell you why. If you look at it, when people finally figure out their groove, it's typically in this age right now.
I guess so. You're right. Yeah, because I just turned 50.
Like
you know
in
what I mean?
somewhere
And,
around this age, and you
Thank
look
you,
at
Mama
the
Blue.
most successful people, like you look at your Steve Harveys, your Oprah Winfrey's.
Yeah.
They found their groove later on. Like like you saw them, but by the time they found their groove, they were like in their 40s and 50s.
No, I think I had a groove.
No,
a
but
good
I'm just saying,
groove.
like you.
I think it's just like, okay, you know, after you hear a song so much, okay, it's like, okay, yeah, I'm ready to change the tempo, change the beats per minute.
And there you go.
Might even change the whole genre. Like, I don't want to hear what my daddy used to call the bumpity bump. I want to hear a little jazz and kind of like
And
do
then
that.
you run and you go off in the sunset, and you done found.
But I still, keep my ear to the, whatever.
that's fine.
But like if I could choose what's going to be on the radio, I'm playing what I want to play now.
Me too, and I still do.
And that's a public service announcement from your brother John. How y'all feeling this morning? It's What's on Your Mind Wednesday. Definitely give us a call. Let us know. Put it in the chat. And I did see something in the chat that we can talk about because it's outrageous, bro. We used to it. It's the wisdom of us, and the new generation don't have a clue. And that's another part of the thing that I think we need to flip the coin on, because somebody gave us a clue. Like, we got a clue from somebody. So who's responsible for giving the clues to this generation, because they don't have a clue? But we are their parents. I can say this. We their grandparents. We grandparents now. But like, so at what, like, I was talking to somebody about this, Q. They say kids don't know how to go outside and play, right? So when you put them outside, they don't know how to organize a game of, let's call it kickball or something. But like, somebody did that for us. It was some older person who came outside and showed us what to do outside. And then we had an idea what to do. And then we started like figuring out how to do it on our own. And then there was people who came up under us that when they came outside, we showed them what to do outside. So they got a clue, but you get that clue from somebody. So if we're saying that the generation has no clue, then who dropped the ball?
It is up to us to get, because we was that generation. We sat down and it's like the people who need to pass the torch won't pass the torch.
Oh, you be on the same page.
Oh, that
we have to pass the baton, not drop it.
oh dang! I didn't even know I would. So no, but
it's the universe.
But I remember us sitting in the SIU building downtown, and we were saying how like the people who need to pass the torch refuse to pass the torch.
Yeah.
Right, because power.
Okay.
The need for power and influence is really big, right? And it's a drug within itself when people look up to you and think that you are making stuff happen.
Yeah.
And a lot of people do not want to give up the throne so easy. You see people who need to just leave it, just let it go. Go out on
like
your
that piece of hair, just cut it off.
Just cut it off. But no, they holding on.
Yeah.
And that's just like passing the baton.
So
but if you do it right, and you pass the baton, your legacy lives on.
Yeah. I heard Denzel Washington say something one time too about passing the baton, and it actually helped me with this season that I'm in, because he said when you see it, and I used to run track, right? And so he said when you pass the baton, the person passing the baton, you don't stop running when you give them the baton, and also the person who's you're passing it to, they see you coming, and then they start running before they actually get the baton.
Right.
And then you put the baton in their hand, but you don't stop right away.
No, you don't.
But what's happening is either the person don't run, you either clash with each other. And so just using that whole baton analogy, I'm going to probably just do like a separate live, because I'm inspired by you and Yubi. But that's just so interesting, because I think it's so much in the experience and the process of passing a baton as somebody who ran track that we can lay over what we're experiencing in our community. And so I might do like a freestyle Friday or something to really explore that. But that's just interesting, because we do need to pass the baton, but when you do it, don't stop running. It's still something for you to do, but now you just know that, because to your point about like people don't want to give it up, you can give it up and still have something to do and have a space for you.
It's kind of so just what came to me, like parenting, like I say, like when they're younger, you're kind of the dictator. Right. What I said.
Kind of.
Yeah. So I just just for viewers.
I wasn't raised in no democracy.
Right. But
we both on.
But you kind of you set the boundaries, and as your children get older, you will see that parent-child relationship change. And like I said, like at this point, you become a mentor and a friend, and so you don't ever leave the space. You just change how you operate in it.
Yes, thank you. Because that's exactly what's happening, y'all. And it's uncomfortable for the individual, and it's also uncomfortable for people who are used to you operating a certain way in those spaces. And so but the only thing permanent in the universe is change. Nichelle, we had family members who were there. Now family members are not available anymore. Absolutely. Shayna says, blame the internet and social media. It's an illusion versus a delusion. And I received that, Charlie. We're going to make something happen. There was Shayna said she wanted us to talk about the hantavirus in here. Again, we put it out saying, what's on your mind Wednesday, and we actually talked about the hantavirus
Monday.
On Monday.
Probably before you hopped on.
Before you got here. So go back, check out Monday's program.
But we'll say this really quick. They playing in our face. The hantavirus, if you want to kind of get it, they say it's from rats, feces, right? Rodent dropping, and they tell you not to sweep it, not to vacuum it. So but disarm it
when you're moving.
But no, what they really say, spray it down with some bleach, do something, and then clean it up afterwards. Open up windows, make sure that it's not in a closed space. And so in this climate with the hantavirus, put your mask on, get your bleach, clean it out, and call it a day.
I'm trying to figure out how they're gonna make hantavirus be the new thing though. Because
it don't make no sense. It can't be the new thing.
Telling me that hantavirus is connected to rodent droppings, how is this going to become a pandemic without having a bunch of rodents? And I don't know. how hantavirus is going to be the thing.
Be wary if we start seeing a whole bunch of rodents run around. Like if you, so if they come in the middle of the night,
you got more rats than you used to have.
Yeah.
Like you get one in the winter, and you got to put the trap out and get rid of that one. You got to catch that one.
So if you start
catch more than you used to have to catch,
we know that it's a setup. They're playing in our face, Lord. Stop playing in our face.
So invest in bait boxes. Invest. This is not financial advice, but invest in products that help kill rodents,
or not even, or invest in. If you already
the bait trap,
if you super clean person, you know what I mean. Keep your house together.
No, I'm talking about just because that's probably what they doing.
No, I'm just saying. But usually, like if
I bet the Trump probably got a whole bunch of decon stock. Right? Come on. Hantavirus is the thing. I'm finna invest in decon.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it.
I'm not either. I'm just it's what's on your mind Wednesday.
Yeah.
And I don't put nothing past these people. We do have, I think we got to ask Qiana in the time that we have.
Okay, we got 5 minutes.
We got
Let's
5 minutes to run an Ask Qiana. Turn me up over here. Let's see if this works.
Turn me up.
Qiana is brought to you by the One Community Grocery Co-op. We're getting closer and closer to our goal of 300 founding member owners and bringing a community-owned grocery store right here to St. Pete. This isn't just about groceries. It's about ownership, access, and investing in ourselves. You can become a founding member owner today at www.ocgc.coop. One Community Grocery Co-op, building something for the community, by the community. Tap in.
You hear the people.
Okay. I hear the people. So, dear Qiana, I've been in my stepchild's life. We ain't gonna have enough time. I've been in my stepchild's life for 17 years. I was there for school pickups, late night talks, the discipline, the celebrations, all of it. Their biological father was mostly absent the entire time and barely involved. Now, graduation is coming up. Tickets are limited. Out of nowhere, the biological dad has popped back into the picture, and my stepchild asked if I would give up my ticket so he could attend. I'm trying not to take it personally, but honestly, it hurt. I've been there through the real work of raising this child, and now I'm being asked to step aside from someone who disappeared for most of their life. My question is, should I sacrifice my seat to keep the peace and support my stepchild's relationship with their father? Or is it fair for me to feel disrespected and pushed aside after all of these years? At what point should loyalty and consistency matter more than biology?
Okay, I'm going to say this really quick. I pondered because this has been kind of around and stuff like that. So I kind of pondered.
It's graduation season.
It is graduation season.
Yeah.
You
can
fit all of
it. That's one of the things that people don't see that goes into graduation season. This is a real thing.
It is a real thing because yes, this is really a real thing.
Yeah.
True life. I walked through this, not myself, but with somebody else.
Seen it happen, right?
Seen it happen in real time. Both of those things can be true. Like you can feel disrespected and all of that other stuff. Your feelings can be hurt. Here's a life lesson with parenting. There's disappointments that comes with it. And to be honest, this is when a lot of times real parents make the sacrifice for their children to be happy. You step back when you think that you should be there. And so if you really is the parent, step back. Like unfortunately.
Okay.
I'm going to say this. Express how you feel though.
Okay.
Do not express how you feel. Let them know like I'm hurt, but I'm going to let you have this. And what's going to happen is that parent that comes in, like be in standby. Be in standby because that parent probably not even going to show up. If they ain't showed up for nothing else, they probably not showing up for this one. And the disappointment that's going to happen after this parent who say they want to show up, people are creatures of habit. So if they ain't showed up in 18 years, they're not going to show up for the next 20 unless something else happened in their life. And that child is going to need somebody to fall back on that's going to be consistent and show you this is what parenting is really about.
Real deal. And I appreciate how concise you were with that. Tiffany said, I saw a story like this. The stepfather has the right to feel upset. I feel biological should see if they can get a ticket from someone else that may have an extra. Stepdad should be there. I unite with that, Tiffany.
I do too. I think you should be there, but you.
I think Bio should recognize that too and be like, you know what, bro, you've been here, man. Go ahead.
Listen. You asking somebody who operates selfishly to not be selfish.
Yeah.
Like, just think, if I let you take care of my child for the last 17 years and they really did, I'm a selfish individual.
Yeah.
So you think I'm really going to sit there and say, I'm going to stop being selfish today?
Wow. I got other thoughts, but we don't have time. So thank y'all for tuning in.
Oh, it is 9 o'clock.
It's 9 o'clock. It goes fast. Thank you for the Ask Qiana again. And I'll make sure that I get that information to you on how you can become a member owner of the One Community Grocery Co-op.
Buy your tickets for the listening room.
Yes. And also Irama, make sure that y'all, if you want to travel and put that on your plans for this weekend, make sure that you do that. And it's been amazing. I'll see y'all on Freestyle Friday.
Stay tuned for Sister Hughes.
Make you lose your shoes and shout all around the house. This has been the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
And this is Qiana.
And we out.
Beep, beep.